Thinking about getting a cat because they are easy pets might be the biggest mistake you ever make for your furniture and your sanity. We often see those cute videos of kittens sleeping in sunbeams or doing funny flips, but nobody ever shows you the 3 a.m. sprint across your face or the smell of a litter box that has reached its limit.
Is a cat actually the perfect roommate for your apartment or house? Or are you just signing up to be a servant for a tiny, furry dictator? Today, we are going to look at the real reality of cat ownership. We are going to look at why they are amazing for your heart, why they are a nightmare for your wallet, and what it actually feels like to share your life with a creature that thinks it is a god.
If you have ever wondered if you are a cat person, or if you are currently staring at your cat wondering why it is staring at a blank wall, this is for you. Hashtag why we fall for them. There is a reason why cats have been living with humans for about 10,000 years. It is not just because they are cute, although that definitely helps. It is because they bring a very specific kind of energy into a home that you just cannot get from a dog or a hamster. Let's talk about your brain for a second. Life is stressful. You have work, you have bills, and the world feels like it is moving way too fast. Then you come home, and there is this small, warm ball of fur waiting for you.
Science actually backs this up. When you pet a cat, your body releases oxytocin. That is the feel-good hormone that makes you feel bonded and calm. Just the sound of a cat purring can lower your blood pressure. Did you know that a cat's purr vibrates at a frequency that can actually help heal bones and tissues?
It sounds like science fiction, but it is true. Their purr is literally a healing mechanism. Beyond the companionship, unlike dogs who are often in your face and demanding attention every second you are home, cats are masters of the parallel play concept. They are happy just being in the same room as you. You could be working on your laptop, and they are just chilling on the bookshelf. It is a quiet, non-demanding kind of love. For people who live alone or people who struggle with feeling lonely, a cat provides a presence that makes a house feel like a home without the overwhelming pressure of a high-maintenance animal. If you struggle with anxiety or depression, a cat can be a literal lifesaver. They give you a reason to get out of bed. Even if you do not feel like doing anything for yourself, you have to feed the cat. You have to clean the box. That tiny bit of responsibility can keep a person grounded when things feel heavy. Plus, cats do not judge. They do not care if you have not showered or if you are crying into a tub of ice cream. They just want to know if you are going to sit down so they can sit on you. The low-maintenance lie. You always hear people say, "Oh, get a cat. They are so much easier than dogs." And in some ways, that is true. You do not have to put on a coat and boots at 6 a.m. in a snowstorm to take them for a walk. They do not need to go to doggy daycare because they are perfectly happy sleeping for 16 hours while you are at work. The litter box is the ultimate example of this. Once a cat learns where it is, which usually takes about 5 seconds when they are kittens, they are set. They have a natural instinct to bury their waste. It is clean, it is private, and it happens indoors. You do not have to carry a plastic bag around the neighborhood. Cats are also very independent. They groom themselves. They spend hours licking their fur to make sure every single hair is in place. You rarely have to give a cat a bath, which is good because most cats react to water like it is liquid acid. They also do not have that dog smell. A healthy cat usually smells like nothing, or sometimes like the sun if they have been laying in a window. They are the ultimate apartment pets. You do not need a big backyard for a cat. You just need some vertical space. A cat living in a 500-square-foot studio can be just as happy as a cat in a mansion, as long as they have a window to look out of and a couple of places to climb. They fit into our modern, busy lives perfectly, or so it seems. One of the more practical pros that people forget is that cats are biological pest control. Even the fluffiest, most pampered house cat has the software of a jungle predator pre-installed in their brain. If a fly gets into your house, it is not just a fly anymore. It is the afternoon entertainment. If you live in an old house or a rural area, having a cat is often the difference between having a mouse problem and not having one. Most of the time, the mice can smell that a predator lives there, and they just stay away. And if one does get brave enough to come inside, your cat will likely handle it before you even see it. It is a natural, non-toxic way to keep your home clear of unwanted guests. Then there is the sheer entertainment value. Cats are weird. There is no other way to put it. They get the zoomies at night and start running sideways across the walls. They try to jump onto a counter, miss, and then act like they meant to fall on the floor. They find a random bottle cap and treat it like the most expensive toy in the world for 3 hours. Watching a cat live its life is better than half the shows on Netflix. They have these big personalities that come out in small ways. The way they chirp at birds outside, or the way they insist on sleeping on exactly the one piece of paper you need to read. Now, if I stopped there, you would be running to the local shelter right now. But we have to talk about the dark side. We have to talk about the things that people don't post on Instagram. Let's start with the most obvious one, the destruction. Cats have claws. Those claws are not just for show. In the wild, cats need to scratch to mark their territory and keep their hunting tools sharp. In your house, your brand new leather sofa is the perfect territory. You can buy them the most beautiful scratching post in the world, and they will still look you dead in the eye while they shredded the corner of your mattress. It is frustrating, it is expensive, and it is just part of the deal. Then there is the hair. Oh, the hair. Unless you get a hairless Sphinx cat, which comes with its own set of oily skin problems, you are going to be living in a world of fur. It will be on your clothes, in your food, and floating in the air like tiny tumbleweeds. You will become a pro at using a lint roller, but you will never truly win the war. You will find cat hair on a suit you haven't worn in 3 years, inside a closet that was closed. It is a mystery of physics. People think cats are cheap. They are not. Sure, the initial adoption fee might be $50, but that is just the down payment. Let's do the math. Good quality food is expensive. If you feed them the cheap stuff, you might end up paying for it later with massive vet bills for kidney or urinary issues. Then there is the litter. You are essentially paying for sand that you are going to throw away. A good bag of litter can be $20, and you'll go through a lot of it in a year. Add in toys, treats, and the occasional cat tree that costs $100, and you're looking at a significant monthly bill. But the real kicker is the vet. Cats are masters at hiding pain. It is an evolutionary trait. In the wild, if you show weakness, you get eaten. This means that by the time you notice your cat is sick, it is often a serious situation. An emergency vet visit on a Saturday night can easily cost you $1,000 just to get through the door. Common issues like dental disease are huge for cats. They need professional cleanings, and sometimes they need teeth pulled. That is another few hundred or $1,000. As they get older, things like hyperthyroidism or diabetes become common. Being a cat owner means having a cat fund in your bank account because you never know when they are going to decide to swallow a hair tie and need surgery. Let's talk about your sleep. Cats are crepuscular, which is a fancy word meaning they are most active at dawn and dusk. Unfortunately, dawn for a cat is often 4:30 a.m. This is when they decide it is the perfect time to play World Cup soccer with a stray marble on the hardwood floor. Or they might decide that your toes under the blanket look like a delicious snack. Behavioral issues can also turn a happy home into a stressful one. Some cats are vocal. They will meow at a closed door for 3 hours straight. Some cats develop inappropriate urination habits. This is the polite way of saying they pee on your laundry or your rug instead of the box. This is often caused by stress or a medical issue, but regardless of the cause, it is incredibly hard to get that smell out of your house. It can ruin your floors and make you want to pull your hair out. And while they are independent, that can sometimes translate to jerkish behavior. A dog wants to please you. A cat wants you to please them.
If you want a pet that comes every time you call their name and does tricks, a cat might not be for you. They might hear you calling and just choose to ignore you because they are busy looking at a shadow. This is one of the biggest challenges in the cat world. Do you let them outside or keep them in? If you let them outside, they are at risk. They can be hit by cars, attacked by dogs or coyotes, or pick up nasty parasites and diseases from other cats. They also do a lot of damage to the local bird population. Cats are actually responsible for the extinction of several bird species globally. But if you keep them inside, they can get bored. A bored cat is a destructive cat. This creates a huge responsibility for the owner to provide environmental enrichment. You have to become the entertainer. You need to provide cat TV, a bird feeder outside a window, puzzle feeders, and daily play sessions with feather wands to mimic hunting. This leads to the catio trend. People are now building screened-in porches for their cats so they can experience the outdoors without the danger. It is a great solution, but it is another expense and another project. You have to think about whether your lifestyle allows you to provide enough mental stimulation for a creature that was designed to roam miles of territory every day. Every cat owner has a story about the gift. Because they think you are a terrible hunter, cats will often try to provide for you. If they are outdoor cats, this might be a mouse. If they are indoor cats, this might be a sock they found in the dryer. They will bring it to you at 2 a.m., screaming at the top of their lungs to let you know they have been successful. It is a moment of climax in the relationship where you have to decide. Do I get mad because I'm awake, or do I say thank you for the crusty sock? This is the core of the cat-human bond. It is a relationship built on understanding a creature that is fundamentally different from us. You also have to consider the long-term commitment. Cats can live for 20 years. That is a huge chunk of your life. Think about where you were 20 years ago. If you get a kitten today, that cat will be with you through new jobs, new relationships, moving houses, and maybe even having kids. You have to be ready to be there for the end-of-life care, too. Giving a cat a good death is just as important as giving them a good life, and that can be emotionally devastating. How to win at cat ownership. If you have weighed the pros and cons and decided you want to be a cat parent, there are ways to make it much easier. First, forget about buying a cat from a breeder unless you have a very specific reason. Shelters are overflowing with amazing cats that need homes. Often, adopting an adult cat is better than a kitten. With an adult, you already know their personality. You know if they are a cuddler or an independent explorer. Kittens are a total gamble. They are all crazy for the first year, and you don't know who they will become. Invest in the right gear early. Don't wait for them to scratch the couch. Get 3 different types of scratching posts: horizontal, vertical, and cardboard, and see which one they like. Use positive reinforcement. If they use the post, give them a treat. Never hit or yell at a cat. They don't understand punishment the way dogs do. They will just learn to be afraid of you, and they will still scratch the couch when you aren't looking. You are taking in a small tiger who has decided, for some reason, that you are okay. Treat that bond with respect, and you'll have a friend for the next 2 decades.
If you enjoyed this look into the secret world of our feline friends, you should check out our next video about why dogs might actually be more work than you think.